Everyone, and welcome back. We're going right into episode 3 of Yaily Yaps. Today I thought we would take a little look into Glidr. So just a few days ago, maybe a week ago, around there, Glidr released their new product called the Moab, I think. Moab X Meridian. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but yeah, so the whole thing about that one was, if you haven't seen it yet, Glidr makes Nautilus scales, which they called, that like design pattern they called the Meridian, if I'm even pronouncing it right. And the whole thing about that was they took that design pattern and made it into like aluminum handles. And that thing looks really sick. So I just thought we would talk a little bit about Glidr and their most recent products, and just they as a company. Now, I'm a big fan of Glidr. I've always been a big fan of Glidr. But the Arctic and Antarctic has just never really seemed to fit my style when it comes to handle feel and general flippability. But their designs are so clean. They're so, like, they're simplified but also has detail. And I'm a huge fan of that. But I recently found out that they're going to discontinue the Arctic and Antarctic and like basically start a new lineup of products. So a little while ago now, they released the Pacific, and that thing looks really interesting. Never gotten to try one, but I want to one day. And that thing looked really cool. It's almost like a what do you say? A modernized design that's like meant to match the community standard, but it still had that Glidr like style to it. And I was a big fan of that design. Heard also NRB helped with the adjustable weight system, which was really cool. Where they have like the screws on the bottom of the handle, and you can just take out the screws and put on other ones to make it heavier or lighter. I've always been a fan of that like concept of customizable balance, where it's just as simple as a screw that sits on the bottom of the handle. But the Pacific has always been a really interesting design for me. I've heard it's really good as well. I don't really see too many on Instagram nowadays, but I never really see any Glidr products as much anymore anyways. But it is a really clean design. But let's keep going on to the Moab. I guess I call it Moab, it just makes it shorter. So Moab is their most recent design where they teased it. But the special thing about the Moab is its handle material. Glidr has they're known for having such clean designs and having such a unique and like their own personal, or I guess I could say personal design language. But their ballast songs are also kind of like, I guess I could say known for using 6061 aluminum. But the special thing about the Moab was that it was 7075 aluminum handles. If people don't know what the difference is, it's just the 7075 aluminum is just a little more dense, so it can just take it takes a beating better than 6061. And since it's a little more dense, I guess I could say it's a little heavier as well. Like the Nautilus V2, this is the Nautilus V2. It has 7075 aluminum, and the Nautilus V1 had 6061 aluminum. So that was like special for Glidr, since they never really used 7075 aluminum on their balisongs. So that's flattered me almost. I was surprised that they finally did it. But that general design of the mob is really interesting. They've taken the scale pattern for Nautiluses that they designed a while ago and just made it into aluminum handles. It is a sandwich design, I think. I'm pretty sure. And it has a spacer with adjustable weights, which is always nice. I was a big fan of their the Arctic and Antarctic Glidr spacer adjustable weights. I really like those. It would probably take a lot of time to find the perfect configuration, but it was a lot of fun to like experiment a little bit. I think you could fit, what, 4 pins or something. Plus it had spaces with different like lengths, which is really nice. So you can really personalize the flipping experience on it, which was so cool seeing that Glidr has like, that they haven't just lost their spark and that people still like their products. And I feel like they really stepped back into the game with this one. I don't remember the specs completely, but it had 7075 aluminum. I think it has a 440C steel blade. Not sure, don't quote me on that. And yeah, of course, it has the really cool ass collars that Glidr has. I think it would be really cool if they still bring back the green color that they had, the watermelon and just green. There was really something special about Glidr's green color. I remember I had a Arctic before, which was the watermelon colorway, and man, the green on that was just so clean. Usually I'm not even a fan of green color, but there's something about Glidr's green that they should have brought it back. But yeah, if you want to let it go, they'll let it go. I also noticed that they have chamfers on the side of the handles with texture, keep in mind, for what, $135, I think, which is insane for a non-Chinese company. You get 7075 aluminum, 440C, I think hardened steel blade, bushings, adjustable weight system, and just, oh my god, there's a lot in that package for $135. I have even considered getting one myself, but yeah, the money situation is not looking good, so if I want to get one, I'll probably have to sacrifice something in my collection, which I'm just not sure if I want to. But yeah, their newer products looks really cool. They are different, yet they still carry that like Glidr type of design language, which I'm a huge fan of. Hopefully I'll get to try out one of their products one day. But yeah, just thought I wanted to talk about their Glidr's almost, I guess I could say, return, since it took a little time before the Pacific came out. They were inactive for a good while. I'm guessing they were just cooking up in silence. But yeah, that was Daily Yaps episode 3 about Glidr and their newer stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.